Have you ever wondered why a simple piece of fabric like the hijab provokes such intense reactions in today's societies? It's not just about religion or fashion. It's a symbol woven through history, power, and social change. The story of the hijab is a story about how societies define modesty, gender, and freedom. Throughout history, clothing that resembles the hijab has existed across civilizations. In ancient Mesopotamia, women of noble class veiled themselves to mark respectability and social hierarchy. Greek and Roman women covered their heads in public to signify modesty and moral virtue. In the Byzantine Empire, veiling was linked to Christian ideals of chastity, while in Jewish traditions, married women covered their hair as a sign of dignity. Across cultures, modest dress symbolized restraint, purity, and belonging, values deeply connected to social order. The modern shift began during the industrial and post-colonial eras, as Western societies embraced consumer culture and visual media. Clothing became a form of self-expression and visibility. Sociologists note that modesty began to lose its moral dimension and became associated instead with restriction. Meanwhile, in colonized regions, the veil became politicized, both resisted and imposed, depending on who held power. Sociologically, the hijab today operates at the intersection of identity, gender, and power. The feminist film theorist Laura Mulvey described the male gaze as a system that objectifies women as visual subjects. In contrast, the hijab resists this gaze. It redefines visibility and autonomy by allowing women to choose how they are seen. Using Pierre Bourdieu's concept of habitus, we can understand the hijab as a social practice rooted in internalized values, shaping how one moves through public space with meaning and self-awareness. Contemporary Muslim sociologists like Wafa Abdel Rahman and Saba Mahmood have expanded this discussion. Wafa argues that veiling represents agency within context, a personal negotiation between cultural belonging and self-definition. Saba's research in Egypt showed that women who wear hijab often see it not as submission, but as a form of empowerment, discipline, and moral self-cultivation. Their choices challenge Western narratives that equate freedom with exposure. However, in modern Western societies, the hijab has become a visible marker of difference and consequently of discrimination. Studies in sociology of migration and identity reveal that hijabi women often face workplace bias, social exclusion, and stereotyping. Joan Wallach Scott points out that secular liberalism sometimes disguises cultural exclusion under the idea of neutrality, marginalizing those whose visibility contradicts dominant norms. Abdel Rahman calls this visible marginalization, being reduced to a symbol rather than seen as an individual. If this made you rethink the meaning of modesty and identity in modern society, share this video with someone.